The Hong Kong Lions Cup is our feature race on our Easter Monday programme at Sha Tin. It's a 1,000-metre dash, a Class 3 contest as well, with 4 horses making their Hong Kong debuts, including Ardenode, the 2-time winner in France, won a listed race as well, but off the track since July 2017. Mr Lumiere's takes the class drop. Sonny Boy makes his Hong Kong debut. He's been off the track since February 2017. Star of the Harbour, Hong Kong debut, a 3-time winner in Australia. Decisive Action, a maiden winner in Ireland from just the 2 starts. Voyage Warrior, who couldn't have been any more impressive on debuts, coming at barrier 13 for Sha Tin. Happy Time, 0 from 8, takes a drop-in trip here. California Gung Ho, runner-up behind Goko last time out, and Voyage King down from the 1650 down to the 1,000 metres here. Matthew Chadwick in the saddle. Ardenodes, Orionids, Decisive Action, Winning Supreme, all up at Chung Fa within the last 30 days. Got some newcomers here, Brett.
Yes, most of them are going to struggle for pace, you would think. I think Ardenode and Sonny Boy are the 2 most likely to be handy to the speed, you would think, of the newcomers. You can see Orionids back there in that picture. Now, he's a definite chance of being a lot closer. He is a very speedy horse, but Voyage Warrior was so impressive on debut. It's hard not to envisage him on that outside rail and leading through the first 200 to 300 metres.
Utopia Life was first past the post at his last start. Unfortunately for him, he got relegated, but his work since has been very good. Zach Burton jumping aboard now as well, and he looks good. He's going nicely. And he's got the outside draw as well, barrier 14 for him. Here is Voyage Warrior, so impressive on debut, created a massive impression, and his work's been good since. He'll be on barrier 13, so he looks very tough to beat. He's going to come up at a very short price, I'm guessing, as well. And Chow Chow here, he's coming down here nice enough. He's now with Tony Miller. The horse moves nicely. He actually works better than his form suggests, this one, but I don't know if this is totally his race, but he's quite keen in the morning.
Just on him, he led all the way in a trial recently too, so he might be a little bit closer to the speed.
All right, OK. We're going to start off with our favourites, Voyage Warrior. On the back of that very impressive win, what can you do this time round? Let's find out with Sha Tin.
Voyage Warrior, Karis, you crossed the line on him with a big smile on your face last time out. You obviously enjoyed that win.
Yeah, of course he's a little good little horse here, and of course first up many people expected him to actually go through like that. So of course he won a very good race. So it was just blessed that I could be on him.
How much more was there in the tank if you needed it?
I don't know why I pressed him actually. Well, he was actually going pretty easy, and of course I wanted to just let him know that at the 300 just to make sure that he knows that he needs to still extend when it's time to come, when time comes. And sometimes you just leave them goes can't oppose the line, and next time out they goes out. When you put pressure on them, they go up and down. So I don't think these matter to him, because I think he's got a lot of ability, but there was still a bit in the tank.
Any doubts with him heading into Monday then, straight up into Class 3 after going up 14 points in the ratings?
Yeah, of course it's tough on these young horses that they goes up so quick, but of course can't complain, because the way he won, and that's what you get, and we got to deal with it, and I'm pretty sure he will be able to handle it. It will be just a similar race similar way he goes last time down the straight, so it will just be a little bit, of course, more pressure maybe. So like I say, he's a nice horse. I'm sure he's going to deal with it.
In the last month, we've seen 2 impressive debuts. Your horse, Voyage Warrior, and last week from Athero. I know one's a 2-year-old, one's a 3-year-old. You had a good spot looking at Athero last week, riding a runner-up. Which debut, in your opinion, was more impressive?
Oh, yeah, I thought, of course, Athero was a very good win last week, but I don't think behind him there was much. Of course, what he's done from one trial to go win like this was pretty impressive. So I'm not gonna put anything in between these 2 horses. Of course, they looks like they are pretty much in a line to go to carry out to go on top. So I just hope Zach stay with his one and I stick with mine. So yeah, they look pretty impressive, both of them. So I'm sure they have bright future in Hong Kong.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing those 2 clash at some point down the track. No easy Class 3s, but I actually found quite a good one here for Voyage Warrior, I think, in terms of having these new horses debut. A couple of them off the track for a while.
Yes, I think it's an interesting race, no doubt, but on what he did on debut, he's going to be hard to stop.
Yeah, looks the one for me. Well, at 1.3 at the moment. There's no Captain Obvious there.
I think the good barrier too. We are on the C+3, so there'll be no outside false rail. Actually, we will be on the outside rail. So, whatever beats him will win.
All right, well, let's see what else he's got to take care of. Now, Utopia Life, it says him finishing fourth. He's first across the line, but he drifts in, causes a bit of interference, and he's relegated.
So he is a winner without penalty, really, isn't he? He actually did cop, obviously, 2 points for being first across the line, so it's a little bit of an advantage for him, really.
He's the main danger for me, if there is one for Voyage Warrior. I don't think there is, but
no,
he's a horse to run a distant second for me.
All right.
Same, I've got him in the second spot too.
Let's have a look at Sonny Boy. His name was Eden Rock when he was trained by Team Hawkes in Australia. Still a maiden, but he was fourth in the Group 2 Skyline Stakes. That was back in February of 2017, though.
Yeah, he's had heaps of legs problems since he's been here. It was too long to list for me, so I wrote lots of leg problems. Brett can probably go into a bit more detail there. Yeah. But he's had 2 trials. He's 1,243 pounds, so he's quite a big horse, big, strong horse. And obviously he had that 2-year-old form, fourth in the Group 2, as you said. Barrier 3 for him.
Ardenode's been here for over a year. Sonny Boy's been here for over a year. That highlights the time off that they've had due to issues. A tendon injury for Star of the Harbour, and Decisive Action was gelded back in November. So I'm happy to sit back and watch them all.
Yeah, they're all going around at big prices. Voyage Warrior, 1.3. That looks quite good to me.
Well, yeah. There you go.
Money for jam.
He's on top. He's clearly on top. Utopia Life second. Down at the 2 at the bottom there, I put California Gung Ho with the blinkers on for the first time. I think he can run a bit of a race. And Voyage King, now he's never run down the straight 1,000 metres before, but he always trialled well on it and has trialled well on it. And always, so we'll give him a chance at a very light weight. So ended up 9, 5, 13 and 14, but I can't see 9 being beaten.
No, I'm with you, Paul. Voyage Warrior on top. I've got the same queue, Utopia Life. Same tierce, actually. California Gung Ho as Paul. And Happy Time I've got in for fourth. I've gone with the queue there. 9, the banker from 5 or 13. I think that's probably the way to play it.
Yeah. We've all got 9, 5, 13. Mr. Lumiere, I thought he did some pretty decent track work coming into this. He's a 2-time course and distance winner, a good bit of speed. So he's my fourth number there in race number 5. That is our feature race.